Greetings, community. It's Gavin,
Kai.
and this is Entropy and Comics. This is a special unboxing, and I asked Kai to be here and do this with me. This is my first Grail, and I'd like to actually talk a little bit about that. The reason why, and I don't think either Kai remembers or if he was quite there the whole time, but in the beginning of 1-2 Comic Talk, when Kai and I started, we were a couple months into this, and actually about 3 months into it, when we were asked to be on a show, and that show was a late night hangout.
Hey, Las Cruces.
Hey, how you doing, man? On this late night hangout, I was asked a question, and this question was for 2020 because it was during 2019 December. Was what was your list of Grails? And I never had a list before. I never really compiled one. I never really was laser focused on obtaining certain keys or anything. It was just kind of, I don't know, whimsical. He and I, when we started, it was mostly that we just wanted to share stories together and books together, and we want to share our experiences with the community. And then certain artists or creators that we really found or were fond of, we wanted to assist in their promotion, I guess you can say. And then that's kind of the birth of 1-2 Comic Talk. This show is slightly different. It's not that I'm removing Kai out of it as much as I just changed it. So I'm not going to get into that. Again, coming back, not losing focus. The question was, what was your Grails? I never had any. So in a sense, I was never really trying to obtain certain ones or never thought about it, but I was always looking for certain books. One of those books was, I was always fond of Black Cat. You've seen that. When we went to the convention, one of the books that we got signed by a artist was Black Cat #2, and I have that as a 9.8.
And you a Black Cat like Scotty Young.
And we were looking at doing that. We decided against it at the last moment. I think the book was damaged.
That makes sense.
So back to the point again. I wanted to, and Kai's now going to show you, obtain a Grail that I've been, I guess, after, but I never really consciously thought that I was after. Now, I've been looking for this book, a decent deal, and those that know me, I know that I like my books signed. So I was looking for something in particular. At the same point, I wasn't looking for anything that was, I guess, conventional by any means when it came to trying to obtain one of my Grails. Now, I had seen a book that was on an auction on eBay that I thought was a decent deal, but I couldn't really verify the authenticity of what it was. At the same point, I was willing to take a gamble. And in that gamble, I was also willing to take it on a book that I would consider a Grail. You can use this too.
This is working.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm. I'm making it work.
So I'm buying time and describing what I obtained. So while Kai opens it, and when I had went on eBay one day, I had seen this book. It was really a great deal in my opinion. It only had gone up a little less than 100% from what it was initial asking price, which I thought was relatively ridiculous. I was comparing it to what was out there at the time, and for what its theoretical look was, we're going to find out really how clean this book really is. And I'm already liking how the guy presents the stuff. And Kai had opened this up, and it seemingly is packed well. This guy knows how to advertise for himself. So what I'll do is, wow, I'll go ahead and show his logo. And he does know how to pack this. This is a, wow, this guy, you know what? It's individuals like this that I actually aspire to not necessarily emulate, but to learn from.
Is that a My Life?
No, what he did is this individual had taken a larger bag and put other bags and boards inside of it to reinforce and sandwich this thing. He made up a nice invoice. He has his own custom logo piece on there. I mean, other than this thing being in underneath some water, there was no way you could really hurt this thing. So here we go. Oh yeah, see, yeah, this guy. Okay, I have to get some glasses. I have to look at. Okay, I won't look at it first. What I'll do is I'll show you first what I end up purchasing. Yeah, he ended up putting 2 bags and boards in front and back. This is a ASM 194, and as you can see, that is signed.
My word. My word.
By Keith Pollard. Now, I'm a signature slut and a half, and I'm not afraid to admit that. And what I definitely want to do, that I have 5 bags and boards, is I want to set this here, take out the glasses, and really truly inspect this as I then again. Wow, this is insane. I can't wait. Now, I do know that he did open it up, show the center. He did show the back. This thing already looks cleaned and pressed. Kai, you're the one that usually guesses. I mean, what would you say this is? There's one ding right there. You see that one right there? There's one right there.
I still feel like they would.
That's not color breaking.
I still feel like they would give it a 9.8.
I don't. That's color breaking right there. That one is too.
Well, for like what it is,
that's a 9.
It's a $40 for a 40-year-old book.
This is a solid.
Hey, God Tank.
9.2 all day long.
Show God Tank what we got.
God Tank. Well, this is a
Black
Grail
Cat.
that I just.
Amazing Spider-Man.
And that is signed by Keith Pollard. Now, for those of you that may not know, they were working in shifts on this stuff. So there was like 2 artists basically who was doing it. Keith was the one that was doing the primary end that work. Primary work. And then you had a guy come in and finish it, from my understanding. He would rough in everything. You know what I mean? And then, yeah, man, first Black Cat, dude. I am a. If you notice that, I am a huge indie fan. We are major, huge indie supporters and fans.
This is a box you could still use.
Yeah, most definitely. At the same point, when it comes to your regular Marvel and DC, if you notice that what I end up collecting is female-led characters. Black Cat, Star, Ms. Marvel, Gwen Stacy, when all Spider-Gwen, when all Silk that's coming out. I mean, I like the female-led characters.
Hey, old wolf.
Hey, old wolf, check this out, D-man. Just picked up this Grail. So every time Black Cat comes out, I've been picking it up, and it just came back out. As far as with King and Black, I'm gonna get a little bit why I picked this book up. Also, a little bit of a history on the character. This character has been around, since God. I mean. They were talking about this thing in the early 78s, if I recall. And then when 79 hit and this book launched, this was the smack in the face of DC's, character. And I've always liked the uniqueness about this character. Fast forward. If you look at the MCU, what's happening right now, if you look at the female-led characters, there's only 1, maybe 2 that you can really say that is like the sex figures, sexy things going on. It's inevitable the way things that are developing in the MCU that's going to end up coming out with a heavily led character. If you look at, one of the major led characters in the MCU presently right now is Black Widow. She doesn't even can't carry a strong comic, even in the comic industry. She's doing really well in the movies. So that's why I believe that this character in particular has huge legs in the sense of development, not only in the regular comics, which she's always been in and out. My belief in movies. So let's see what happens in the next 3 years, the way things are working out now that if barring nothing happens all weird, we don't get back in a sickness situation. But
LA seems to be doing good.
Right, we're doing that. We're definitely doing a lot better. So, hey, thank you. I appreciate you guys for hanging out, enjoying the fact that I ended up receiving one of my grails. Kai got to assist and open this thing up, and dude, you open up a book that's like 3 times your age. No, 2.5 times your age. That's rad, isn't it? All right, hey, community, thank you. We appreciate that. And Kai, thanks for hanging out with me.
And from us at
Entropy in Comics, thank you.